All right, so here on the PBD podcast, Patrick Beck Davis has Sam Seder on as a special guest today, and it gets really heated. He talked down to charts being shown to where the argument starts about the border being wide open and Sam Seder deflecting and Patrick Beck Davis getting annoyed. Let's just watch these clips and see how it goes.
Video of you guys on the plane down of when Elon Musk was in Wisconsin blowing up his whole brand, essentially. And he was on stage with a guy named Garcia. You guys remember this video?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It was like 2 days ago.
Yes. The Social Security numbers spiking in the last 4 years.
The Social Security numbers.
2.2 million
yes.
new non-citizen Social Security numbers. Yes.
And the amount of misinformation from every single person, all of you, was astonishing to me.
What was it? What was the misinformation?
I
that
mean,
was said?
well, I almost feel like we should go through the whole video.
This is coming
But
from a
here it is.
socialist.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
the
No,
level
wait,
of
wait.
credibility you have as a
Listen,
socialist?
okay, let's
A
progressive.
system that has never worked.
Listen to
But I
it.
want to hear it.
That is anti-oligarch.
Okay.
But I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
We
I
wanna
want to
hear
hear
this.
it. Go for it.
First off,
Yeah.
you seem to not understand that these were not undocumented immigrants who were getting these Social Security numbers. They are non-citizens. Now, when you came to this country,
Yeah.
you were an immigrant. Your parents came legally.
Right.
Every single one of those people who got those Social Security numbers are here legally. They're not citizens, just like you weren't when you first came to this country.
Yeah.
You get a green card. Your parents get a green card. They go through a process.
Yeah.
All of those people, and to understand, they got their Social Security
See your point
card.
here. I really want to see your point.
Well,
here.
the point is, you referred to them as undocumented and illegal.
No,
you
no,
did.
I said non-citizen.
No, excuse me.
Don't say
Go-
everyone here.
go-
I said
okay.
non-citizen.
I
Correct yourself.
can't remember which one of you got it wrong. I
Yeah.
think you did.
Just be
right?
specific.
You're thinking, but I
We
don't-
can play the video and go through it, but
I'm still trying to get to the
I
point.
just
What's
want to
the
make.
point?
Well, the point is, they're not illegal. They're
Yeah.
not undocumented. They're all legal.
Right.
The expansion from that program, the EBE program, which is enumeration beyond entry, was started under the Trump administration. The numbers have gone up because, yes, under Biden, as opposed to Trump, there was an expansion of people who were here, probably, I'm not sure.
A lot of illegals. The
No,
10
no, excuse me.
10 plus million.
Not a single one of them.
Record-breaking
Not
number
a
of
single.
people
Hold on, you're
came
changing
in.
the subject now.
No, I'm not
I'm
changing the
talking about
subject.
that video.
Yeah.
And every one of those Social Security numbers
Let me
that
ask
was
you a
handed
question.
out.
So
Well,
how
let
do
me
you feel
finish
about the
now.
illegal immigrants
Hold
that
on,
came
let
those
me-
4
I will
years?
get to illegal.
You don't
I will
care
get
about
to-
those people.
I will get to the
'Cause you cared
undocumented.
about children.
But you don't want
Yeah.
to talk about
Okay.
this, and I don't blame you because it's
But wait,
embarrassing.
no. But let me do a quick time out
Every
here.
one
Let me
of
do a
those
quick time
Social
out here.
Security numbers.
Do a quick time out here. Sam, let me just do a quick time out. You said you don't want to talk about this. You just spun away from a question I asked you, and you brought
No,
this
let
up.
me
You
finish
haven't
the
even
video.
addressed the question I asked you.
Let me
Wait a
finish.
minute.
We'll get to the
point.
So here, honestly, Patrick Beck Davis is saying what we all Americans or some Americans are feeling right now. Just basically saying, don't gaslight me. Don't tell me my eyes are lying. I see the border footages. I see the numbers. And he's not just bringing up stats. He's calling out the national disconnect between what's happening and what's being said. In this moment, it hits because it's not about politics. It's not about reality. It's your front door being left open at night while someone insists to say it's locked. This is what Patrick Beck Davis is reacting to.
The point that I
illegal
asked, let's go back to what I asked you. I asked you a question that the money that's going in, Americans prove that they don't trust the government getting the money than free market, free enterprise.
I don't think
you
that's the
never
case.
addressed that.
I don't think that's the
The
case. People
American
love
with the
Social Security.
the
People love
wasted
Medicare.
expenditure. What
Okay.
we learned with Doge,
Hold
the
on,
American
no.
people said, "Sam, enough of you taking our tax
Excuse
money
me.
and see what you're doing with it."
Elon Musk made that Wisconsin election of a referendum on Doge. To the extent that we've seen anybody vote on Doge, nobody heard the word Doge before November of last year. To the extent that we've seen a referendum on Doge, it just happened in Wisconsin. It happened in Florida, where the size of the win by those Republican congressmen was cut by 17, 20 points. I mean, this is a wipeout. And every Republican, you're going to see a difference in Republican lawmakers over the next year and a half, because anybody who was in a plus Trump 8 district or less is now starting to go like, wait a second. That's why Musk is being shown the door, supposedly. So getting back to my point about those Social Security numbers, they were given all to legal non-citizens. And every one of those cards, you can't vote, because I think you definitely said, and I think maybe you said that this is a Democratic strategy to get voters. Hold on for a second. The Social Security card that they get literally says not legitimate for voting purposes. It is so that these non-citizens who are legal, just like when you came in, pay into the Social Security system and get, many of them never get that money back. So in addition to the undocumented immigrants who pay in $22 billion a year into Social Security and get zero back, these people pay several $billion in a year, and only if they become citizens, which most of them won't. Most of them will go back home over a period of time. They're here for temporary protected status. Maybe some of them are refugees and they get permanent citizenship. They won't get that money either. So every single thing of that video, this video here, was completely wrong that you guys did. It was fascinating to me because I feel like you, at the very least, I believe that you care about the information you're putting out. And this was all wrong. And
so they're up there. So Sam, this was all a lie. These guys were up there just completely bullshitting with all the numbers. Where he's saying that people in the government are blowing the whistles. He didn't want to say their names. He was giving them praise. And for Sam, for you to say that you care about the kids and the labor and all that stuff. We've had an open border for 4 years, and all the illegals, way more than 10 million, have come into this country. California, is that where you live?
No.
Where do you live?
So Patrick Bet-Davis is showing Sam charts after charts after charts. He's giving proof of what he's saying is right to him and to what we all seeing. He's laying out the charts. It's not because he loves Excel, but because he's tired of people pretending like this isn't happening. This part hits especially hard if you ever felt ignored by leaders, like somebody screaming in a void while they tell you everything is fine. That's frustration coming out of Patrick Bet-Davis right now. That's the gas that he has in his tank. And the thing is, he's not just talking border policies. He's talking credibility is the most important thing. When institutions keep saying trust us, but the charts say crisis, something's got to give.
Where you live?
No.
Where do you live?
I live in New York.
Okay, great. Even better. California. So the amount of money that we spent on illegals with housing and all that shit, and Gavin Newsom passing a law that you don't even need an ID to vote. You're saying that we're coming up with where these people aren't coming in for the votes? That's the main goal of this whole thing. What was the open border for? Why was the border open for 4 years? Answer me that question.
First of all, the border was not open.
Give me are you kidding me? Look at the... What do you mean the border wasn't open? Hold on. Did you smoke before you came in here? That's ridiculous.
By the way, Vinny, here's the part, though.
You're full of it, bro.
Here's the part.
Get out of here.
Sam, here's the part when I hear this, okay?
Anybody can look at that video. The things you were saying yesterday was a complete sack of lies or just misinformation.
Be honest with me.
Immigration year over year over year. Type in illegal immigration year over year.
The fact that you're saying the border wasn't wide open. How many deaths have happened? How many fentanyl deaths have happened per year while your freaking president Joe Biden was in office? How many Americans died just from fentanyl, and you're saying the border wasn't wide open? We've had the most illegal entry in 4 years in the history of the country.
Dude.
This is why. Let me finish. And this is why your party sucks. This is why your party is at 29% approval.
20%.
Because you got 20. Thank you. Because all you guys do is talk shit and just go anti-Trump. You have no policies. You guys have no vision. You have no leaders. You're talking about oligarchs and you hate the oligarchs. What do you think Bernie Sanders and AOC are going to get their money from? Their donors. Don't lie to yourself. For you to look and brother, you're talking about yesterday we lied.
AOC and Bernie Sanders don't take money.
Hold on, ready
from
for
those
this?
people.
You're saying that we lied 2 days ago. You just lied, and you're going to look like a fool that the border wasn't wide open. Look at this chart. What does that chart say to you? What is that? What did Trump, when Trump was in, he was trying to close it, but your party was fighting it. It's unbelievable how many illegals have come in the past 100 days.
But this is
Wait,
the part
wait.
to just be very, just show the data. Illegal immigration, this is Wall Street Journal, is a bigger problem than ever.
Oh, no, that's
These
fake
5
news.
charts
No.
explain why. Go a
Okay.
little bit lower. That's under
first off,
Biden.
Trump got
First off-
shot trying to show these charts. Literally.
This is October of 2023. Go to the next one.
A guy who was registered
Here's
Republican.
here's another
Hold
one
on,
for
wait,
you.
let me,
Oh, yeah,
can
he's
I
a
address
Republican.
what
Let's go. No,
his
let me just show the
rant
data,
was?
and then I want you
Let
to
me-
say
let
what
me
you want to say.
address
Go a little bit lower with the data,
his-
Ron. No, because he said it's inaccurate. This is another one here
Okay, well,
showing
go back
data.
up. Go back up to the.
And then go to the last one, Rob.
Go to
Go
the,
to the last one, Rob.
Go to the top one here.
I mean, this is the
I'll go
numbers
through all
you're
of
talking
these
about.
charts.
So this is, you can
Start one by one. Go up.
explain every one of them. Go
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can see that this is what constitutes illegal immigration. These are, if it was an open border, you would not have these numbers. You would not have the
If it
numbers to
wasn't
know
open border, you
when
would.
Title 42 ends,
Yeah.
more people are coming.
Don't this back and forth between Sam and Patrick Beck Davis and his co-host, don't this feel like how the country is right now? Just a bunch of back and forth stuff happening. They say this, but we show this. That's what actually is happening inside this clip. Like, one side is screaming, here's what's actually happening, and the other side is saying, well, technically. And in between all of that, communities that feel overwhelmed, families unsure who's coming across, cities begging for federal help. The debate matters. This debate matters because it's not just policy, it's people. And Patrick Beck Davis sees the stakes as real right now and urgent. So when he raises his voice and he gets heated, and when the charts start flying, it's not just drama, it's desperation. If someone who thinks we're running out of time.
To the border and they're being put into a system. Period.
That's the best part about it.
And that's the
Because they were
definition.
told to come. Sam, let me explain
No,
something.
no,
when
no.
your president
Can I-
says, come to the
Is he
country.
just gonna yell all the
No, I'm
time?
not yelling. You just give me facts.
Can I turn down his microphone? Because
You can. Yeah, just see which one he is. I think he's
Right.
seat 3 or
Four.
which one is it, Rob?
Four.
Seat 3.
Seat 3.
Seat 3. Go ahead. Lower that
And
right
then,
there.
And then the mic.
Right there. There you
Volume,
go. Is
just
that
lower.
good? Is that good?
Seat
oh, seat
2.
2. There you go.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Go
All right,
ahead.
good.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So,
You're still going to hear the truth, though. So go ahead.
no, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Can't turn down the truth. Is
No,
what
you
you're saying.
can't.
Open border would mean that we have no records of people coming across the border. The law in this country has been that if you put your foot in this country, it's an international law, it's a U.S. law. If you put your foot in this country and you apply for asylum, you are due